After 3 years, Annet Artani is back to Greece. Welcome to Athens, Annet.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm better that I'm here.
Oh, that's nice. But for some that they don't know, you are not anymore Annet Samatalatos, right?
No, I'm still, well, that's my given name, my born name. I became Annet Artani as my stage name, but I'm still Annet Samatalatos and Annet Artani.
But not for long.
Not
You're
for long.
engaged.
I'm engaged.
Congratulations.
Next year I'll be something else. I don't know. I might keep my name. We'll see. I'm very liberal.
How do you feel that you're back in Greece?
I missed it and I don't want to leave. I really don't. I lived here for 4 years, so it just feels like home when I'm here. When I went to New York, when I lived here, I felt I needed to be in New York sometimes. When I'm in New York, I want to be here. Make sense?
Yes, of course it makes sense. Everything makes sense here. We're in Greece.
It's true.
But for us, the Eurofans, it's been 15 years since we saw you and enjoy you in the Eurovision semi-final in 2006. Now, we all know that you had a great voice, you had a good song, but you never qualified. How was the whole experience back then for you?
I mean, it was the entire thing. It's just a mishmash of emotions because I felt so close to getting to the finals, and I really felt the support and the love of so many fans, and I felt that we were in a good place to do it. For whatever reason, it didn't happen. But either way, the experience was so amazing that I was able to I talk about today, like to all my friends, like I got to go to places that I never would have gone to, like other countries that were not necessarily vacation spots. Places that might have been, they were war-torn, former Soviet Union. The people in some of those places, they were the coolest and the nicest that I've ever been to. Like specifically Armenia, it was like the people were the most amazing probably than all of the countries that we went to, because they were just like, the situation as we had seen at that time, some of the buildings seemed like they were falling apart, but they had such good attitudes. The more war-torn the place was, the better the attitudes were of the people. And I'm never going to experience that again, so I'm so grateful for that.
Well, you're talking about the support of the Eurofans, which you had anyway. But did you have any support from your delegation, from your country?
I do feel like I had some support from them, but it was just a confusing time because I felt like even in Greece, like I am Greek, I'm not Cypriot, so I didn't feel like I was getting the support from Greece, quite frankly. I didn't. I felt like when everywhere else I went to, everybody knew the song, they were playing it, and in Athens, where I'm from, I didn't hear the song being played anywhere, which really was troubling because I couldn't understand it. It's like we're supposed to be supporting Cyprus. Cyprus and Greece go together. Why was that not, happening?
And you have to solve us a mystery because we saw you back then in the rehearsals with a green dress.
Green dress.
Yes. What happened to that green dress and changed into a yellow one?
Okay. It's funny because I forgot about the green dress. That was a rehearsal dress. The original dress was supposed to be by Pandelis Mitsou, who was this amazing designer. It was this entire mess of a situation where they were saying, because the song was supposed to be this big thing and it's a ballad, that you should be simpler. But initially, like he created this angelic, like with the wings, that was the dress that I should have wore. And in retrospect, as a person coming into like the country and into this Eurovision Song Contest, seeing that more is more, not less is more, I should have worn that. You know what I mean? I felt like if the people around me were trying to convince me to do I was wearing Roberto Cavalli for the yellow dress, who's amazing. But Pandelis Mitsou is a Cypriot designer. He's amazing. I felt like a goddess. I felt like an angel in that dress. And that's the dress I should have worn. That's my biggest regret, honestly.
So, in those 15 years, what Annet Artani has been up to?
Well, I had signed a record deal in the United States. I released some songs there. I toured. I then became an indie artist. And I've basically been performing, since I moved back from Greece. And then now I'm writing children's books as well. And I'm being creative overall with everything that I do. And now I also had a little boy. And I was a single mom for many years. I'm no longer going to be a single mom officially by next year. So I've been busy, but it's a good busy.
Yes, but right now that you are staying in the US, you have a unique opportunity with the American Song Contest introduced next year. Do you consider submitting a song as a songwriter or as a performer or anything?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I have a publishing deal based out of London, and I've submitted songs that are out there in the worldwide atmosphere, which are cool, which is great to see them and get feedback. But now this very unique event is coming to my, playground, my territory, and it's like, I know this playground. I feel like if I do it this time, it'll be better because I know it. If that makes any sense. I don't know if they're going to make it differently in the US because it's going to be more Americanized, but I think the beauty of it is that it's so crazy. You don't know what you're going to see on that stage. Literally, you don't know. And I wish I would have approached it that way, and if I had the opportunity now, I would.
So let's say hypothetically you are submitting a song tomorrow morning for the American Song Contest. Would it be ballad? Would it be pop dance? Would it be what kind of music genre?
I feel like it would be up-tempo. I'm not sure exactly what genre, but it would be up-tempo, and I feel like it would just be like a celebration. You know what I mean? I want to go the opposite way of what I had gone. Not that I don't appreciate the love and the ballad, because it was an important song. It was about something beautiful and important. But I feel like at this point in my life, I just want to celebrate. We've had 2 years of being stuck. I didn't come to Greece for 2 years because of COVID. And I just want to release myself into the atmosphere like a lunatic and just go nuts.
And
just have fun.
Of course you should.
Yeah.
Yes, but besides knowing you as a Eurovision participant, if you could describe in 3 or 5 words who is actually Annet Artani, how would you describe yourself?
Creative, silly, warm, loving, and nurturing. I would say nurturing.
Okay, speaking of silliness, what's the most silly thing that you feel that you ever did?
Well, that's a good question. That is a very good question. Let's see. I don't think it's one thing specifically, but when I was on tour, when we did Eurovision, I used to go around at the time with he did my hair and my makeup, and we used to go around town, dressing up like little children, go on little rides. I mean, we're adults, basically in our 20s, but we would find like Luna Park or anything like that, but anything that seemed childlike, and we would reenact it. We would go, I'd put little braids on, I would regress, and we would do just silly things and just take photos and just be completely silly. And also, silly or klepto, I don't know what the category is, but when we were in Europe, because there weren't any Starbuckses anywhere at the time, we used to steal everybody steals the sugar, right? Right. So at one point, we stole the cinnamon, and we were very close to stealing the sign. I was like, no, we're taking it too far. But that was it. Yeah, I would say that. We're stealing cinnamon and sugar and almost the sign of Starbucks.
And tomorrow you're leaving back to the US. What's the first thing that you're going to do when you're back home?
I'm going to kiss my dog on the nose.
You love dogs, right?
Yeah, I have my animals on my neck. I have 5, and I rescue animals. I also have my own animal rescue, and I do work when I come to Greece. I do rescue work. I volunteer in Kefallonia, and when I actually started rescuing in Athens, that's where I first started rescuing. I found that people had left the dogs on their balconies. They had gone on vacation. I did a little bit of vigilante sort of rescuing, because there were people that had abandoned animals in situations that they were going to die. So that I kind of started it here. So I do that in New York as well.
Okay, my final question is, how do you imagine Annet Artani in 10 years from now?
Fabulous, darling. Fabulous. What was the answer I was supposed to give? She's not going to age, because I'm going to make sure that I do not age. You're going to see this face in 10 exact years. Swear to God. So help me Jesus. What else? I think you have to have a sense of humor. Whatever it is I'm going to be doing, it's going to be creative. I'm always going to be singing. I'm always going to be writing. I'm always going to be rescuing. It's who I am. I was trying to explain that to some friends. It's like, if you take this or that away from me, it's like I don't exist. It's like I'm half a person. So I feel like I always have to be silly. I always have to be creative. I have to sing or I'll die. I really will. it's in me, you know.
Yes, I fully understand, and that's why we love you, because you share with us your music. Anna, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you for being in Greece. We're waiting for you next year.
I will be here.
Yes, and actually you're going to marry here
I'm getting married here.
next summer, and we will be here for you, and hope to see you and hear your music
I'm
soon.
expecting you at the wedding.
Yes, of course I will be there.
In a very personal way.
Yes.
We'll discuss that later.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.